Today we are going to discuss about 5 more questions. The question number 1, DLVO theory has application in the option A, stability of dilute suspension, option B, stability of lyophobic colloids, option C, stability of gels, and option D, none. The DLVO theory has an application in the answer is stability of lyophobic colloids. So DLVO theory means it's the theory of colloidal dispersion stability in which zeta potential is used to explain that as two particles approach one another, their ionic atmosphere begin to overlap and a repulsive force is developed. So the DLVO theory is mainly assessed for determining the stability of lyophobic colloids by determining this zeta potential. The second question is, the cap, the wad and a liner are the components of option A, plug type closure, option B, push fit caps, option C, screw closure, and option D, none. The cap, the wad and liner are the components of. The answer is screw closures. The example of screw type closures include the closures of bottles of syrup solutions. Okay, all these are this screw type closures. And example for the plug type closure is the closures of vials. Okay, the vials closures are mainly of plug type. And the option B, push fit caps means the caps of bottles like the shampoos or caps of such bottles like this shampoo or any other this parachute oils type cap. So all these are coming under this push fit caps. So the cap, the wad and the liner are the components of this screw closures. Then the third question, shear cell or Jennings cell is used to determine option A, adhesion force, option B, cohesion force, option C, angle of repulsion, and option D, none. So shear cell or Jennings cell is used to determine. The answer is option B, that is cohesion force. Okay. The shear cell is used to test how powder or particle mixtures flows. Okay, so the shear cell is used to test how powders or particle mixtures flows. To study the flow properties of a powder by means of a device is known as Jennings cell or shear cell, which provide a measure of the strength of a powder structure under high compressed pressure. So the device used to determine the flow properties is known as a Jennings cell or a shear cell. Then the fourth question, a rate of filtration is expressed by option A, DLVO theory, then option B, Stokes law, option C, Darcy's law, and option D, all of the above. The rate of filtration is expressed by, the answer is option C, that is Darcy's law. So it suggests that the flow of a fluid through a porous medium. So the Darcy's law demonstrates the flow of fluid through a porous medium. So the equation which is involved in this Darcy's law, that is Q is equal to K into delta H by L. The Q is denoted the flux and delta H by delta L indicate the hydraulic gradient and the K value indicate the hydraulic conductivity or the ability of soil or ability of the sandy material to conduct or pass this particular water moiety. So this is known as the hydraulic conductivity. So this Darcy's law means the flow of fluid through a porous medium. And we already discussed about this DLVO theory. The DLVO theory is to demonstrate the stability of lyophobic colloids by assessing zeta potential. And Stokes law means that indicate the sedimentation rate of particles. So by assessing this sedimentation rate, we can determine this particle size. So the rate of filtration is mainly expressed by Darcy's law. Then the fifth question, mechanism of filtration of particle by a filter include first one straining, option B impingement, option C entanglement, and option D all of the above. So the mechanism of filtration of a particle by a filter mainly include. The answer is option D, that is all of the above. The filtration is a process of separation of solids from fluid by passing the same through porous medium that retain the solids but allow the fluid to pass through. This process is known as filtration. So the mechanism of filtration is mainly divided into four categories, that is straining, impingement, entanglement, and attractive force. So the mechanisms involved in filtrations are straining, impingement, then entanglement, and attractive force. So that's all about this today's discussion. Thank you.